Hello everyone and welcome back to the TV Days Drama Digest channel, your ultimate go-to source for all the juicy, edge-of-your-seat updates from the world of soap operas. It's us again, the passionate team dedicated to bringing you every twist, turn, and hair-jerking moment from days of our lives. Today, we're diving deep into the full and detailed story of what unfolded in the December 19th episode. If you've missed it or just want to relive the drama, buckle up because we're about to unpack it all with the intensity and detail it deserves. And if you're craving even more, make sure to watch our video breakdown for exclusive insights and fan theories. Let's not waste any time. Salem is buzzing with secrets, surprises, and scandals that will leave you gasping. We kick things off in the bustling heart of Salem, where family ties are tested and loyalties are strained like never before. Picture this, the iconic Kyriakis mansion, with its opulent chandeliers casting a warm yet deceptive glow over the polished marble floors. Here, young Ari Horton, with her fiery spirit and unyielding determination, storms into the room where her grandmother Kate Roberts is sipping her morning coffee. Ari's face is flushed with frustration, her eyes blazing with the kind of youthful indignation that only comes from having dreams dashed by overprotective parents. Grandma Kate, she blurts out, slamming her bag down on the antique side table. "I can't believe Mom did this to me. She forbade me from continuing my internship at Demira Enterprises. It's not fair. I've been working so hard, learning the ropes, and now it's all gone." Kate, ever the poised matriarch with her sharp wit and decades of navigating Salem's treacherous waters, sets her cup down gently. She's no stranger to family drama. After all, she's raised children amidst betrayals, resurrections, and corporate wars. But today, she listens intently as Ari pours out her heart. Ari explains how the internship was her chance to prove herself, to step out from under the shadow of her family's complicated history. The Demira name, synonymous with power and peril, had offered her a glimpse into the high-stakes world of business intrigue. Yet Gabby, Ari's mother, had put her foot down, citing safety concerns that Ari dismisses as paranoia. Kate leans back in her plush armchair, her mind racing through the tangled web of recent events. She understands Gabby's fears all too well. The Demira family has been plagued by a series of mysterious disappearances that have sent shockwaves through Salem. First, it was whispers of foul play, then outright vanishings that left the once mighty empire in disarray. "Sweetheart," Kate says softly, her voice laced with a mix of empathy and caution, "your mother isn't trying to clip your wings. She's protecting you from a storm that's brewing. The Demiras, they've always been a magnet for danger. Remember what happened to Stefano's heirs? One by one, they've been targeted, pulled into shadows we can't even fathom. But will Kate's advice be the right one?" As Ari paces the room, her hands gesturing wildly, Kate delves deeper, sharing stories from her own past. She recounts the betrayals she's witnessed, the alliances that crumbled under the weight of ambition. "Ari, life's not just about seizing opportunities, it's about surviving them," Kate advises, her tone turning dramatic as she paints a vivid picture of the risks. "Gabby's seen too much loss, we all have. If you push too hard, you might end up regretting it." Ari, torn between rebellion and reason, absorbs the words, but the seed of doubt is planted. Is Kate steering her niece toward wisdom or unwittingly fueling a family rift? Only time will tell. But this conversation sets the stage for the explosive tensions simmering beneath the surface, shifting our gaze to the eerie underbelly of Salem, the dimly lit catacombs. Beneath the Demira mansion, a labyrinth of stone walls echoing with the ghosts of past sins. Here, the atmosphere is thick with dread, the air heavy with the scent of damp earth and desperation. The arrested members of the Demira clan, Kristen, Chad, EJ, Theo, and Tony, huddle together, their faces etched with worry. Kristen Demira, the formidable force known for her scheming and unyielding resolve, is now a shadow of her former self. Her skin is pale, beads of sweat glistening on her forehead as a relentless fever grips her body. An infection, insidious and unyielding, has taken hold, turning her sharp mind foggy and her once commanding presence frail. The group exchanges anxious glances, their voices hushed in the oppressive silence. Chad paces like a caged lion, his jaw clenched. "We can't just sit here," he mutters, his eyes darting to Kristen, who shivers under a threadbare blanket. EJ, ever the strategist, tries to rally them. "We need a plan. This infection, it's getting worse. If we don't get her help soon," his words trail off, the unspoken fear hanging in the air like a guillotine. Theo, the youngest and most vulnerable among them, kneels by Kristen's side, offering what little comfort he can. "Hang in there," and Kristen, "We're family, will get through this." Tony, with his aristocratic poise cracking under the strain, nods solemnly, but the worry lines deepen on his face. Just as the tension reaches a boiling point, a creak echoes through the catacombs, the sound of a heavy door grinding open. Footsteps approach, deliberate and ominous, sending a ripple of anticipation through the group. They turn, hearts pounding, as a figure emerges from the shadows. It's Peter Blake, Stefano's adopted son and Kristen's biological brother. His eyes wide with a mix of relief and resolve. The surprise is electric, gasps fill the air as recognition dawns. Peter, Kristen cries out, her voice weak but infused with raw emotion. She struggles to sit up, her fevered eyes lighting up for the first time in days. Peter, rugged and battle-hardened from years of exile and intrigue, steps forward into the flickering torchlight. His presence is a blast from the past, a reminder of the DiMera legacy's tangled roots. Adopted by the infamous Stefano, Peter shares a blood bond with Kristen that transcends the chaos of their family. Kristen, my sister, he says, his voice cracking as he rushes to her side. The reunion is nothing short of miraculous. Kristen, tears streaming down her cheeks, embraces him weakly. I've waited so long for this, she whispers, her body trembling not just from illness, but from the overwhelming joy. The others watch in stunned silence, Chad's suspicion giving way to cautious optimism. EJ's calculating mind whirring with new possibilities, Theo's face breaking into a rare smile, and Tony clasping Peter's shoulder in brotherly solidarity. But Peter's arrival isn't just a heartwarming interlude, it's a catalyst for deeper drama. He reveals fragments of his own ordeal, how he was targeted in the wave of arrests, sweeping through the DiMera bloodline, dragged into this underground prison by unseen forces. They came for me in the dead of night, he recounts dramatically, his voice echoing off the walls. I fought, but it was no use. Now, here I am back with the family that's both my salvation and my curse. As Kristen clings to him, the group begins to piece together the larger puzzle. Who is orchestrating these disappearances? Is it a rival family, a vengeful enemy from the past? Or something more sinister within their own ranks? The excitement of the reunion mingles with heightened fear, as Peter's knowledge could be the key to their escape or the final nail in their coffin. Meanwhile, across town in the sun-dappled gardens of the Hernandez estate, Gabby DiMera grapples with a storm of her own. The weight of secrets presses down on her like an invisible anvil, each breath a reminder of the lies she's woven. Gabby, with her signature poise and fierce independence, stares out at the blooming roses, but her mind is a whirlwind of guilt. She's hiding monumental truths from Philip Kyriakis, her partner in love and life, truths that could shatter their fragile happiness. The disappearances of her DiMera kin have only amplified her paranoia, leading her to forbid Ari's internship, a decision born from maternal instinct, but laced with her own buried fears. As Philip approaches, his warm smile contrasting her inner turmoil, Gabby forces a mask of normalcy. Hey, handsome, she says, her voice steady despite the knot in her stomach. They sit together on a wrought iron bench, the afternoon sun casting long shadows that mirror her deceptive facade. Philip, oblivious to the depths of her secrecy, shares mundane details of his day. But Gabby nods mechanically, her thoughts racing. Inside, she's a tempest, memories of past betrayals flood her, the loss of loved ones, the corporate battles that left scars. How can I tell him, she thinks, burying the negative feelings deeper? It would destroy us, pretending everything is fine. She laughs at his jokes, touches his hand tenderly, but the effort drains her. This charade, dramatic in its quiet intensity, highlights Gabby's vulnerability, a woman torn between protection and honesty. Her guilt a ticking time bomb that could explode at any moment. Now, let's turn to one of the most heart-wrenching storylines unfolding in Salem, the trials of Chanel Dupree. In the sterile confines of University Hospital, where the beeps of machines and the scent of antiseptic fill the air, Chanel sits on the examination table, her hands clasped tightly in her lap. She's come for a routine health checkup, but the news from Dr. Sarah Horton is anything but routine. Sarah, with her compassionate eyes and professional demeanor, delivers the bombshell. Chanel, you're pregnant. The word hangs in the air like a thunderclap, Chanel's world tilting on its axis. Pregnant? The revelation is a whirlwind of emotions, shock, joy, terror, all colliding in an instant. Chanel and her husband Johnny DiMera have just adopted a beautiful baby, their home already filled with the cries and coos of new parenthood. They hadn't planned for another child so soon. Their lives are a delicate balance of love, careers, and the ever-present drama of Salem. We talked about this, Chanel whispers to herself, her mind flashing back to late-night conversations with Johnny, dreaming of stability before expanding their family further. But the complications run deeper, adding layers of drama that make this pregnancy a high-stakes gamble. Chanel's health condition, a lingering issue from past medical scares, poses significant risks. Sarah explains it all in grave detail, the potential for complications during gestation, the strain on her body, the uncertainties that could endanger both mother and child. We need to monitor this closely, Sarah urges, her voice steady but concerned. Chanel nods, but inside, panic surges. How can she bring this into their lives now? The adoption was meant to be their fresh start, a beacon of hope amid the chaos. Telling Johnny would mean unleashing a torrent of worry, decisions, and potential heartbreak. As Chanel leaves the hospital, the winter wind whipping through the streets of Salem, she resolves to keep the secret at least for now. Her steps are heavy, each one echoing the burden she carries. Visions of their future family dance in her mind, Johnny's excited grin at the news, contrasted with the fear in his eyes upon learning the risks. I can't do that to him, she thinks, her determination stealing her resolve. This pregnancy, shrouded in secrecy, becomes a poignant symbol of love's complexities, a dramatic twist that promises more revelations, conflicts, and emotional upheavals in episodes to come. Wrapping up this rollercoaster of an episode, we see how Days of Our Lives masterfully weaves together themes of family, secrecy, and survival. From Ari's rebellious spirit clashing with protective instincts, to the catacombs' shocking reunion amid illness and intrigue, Gabby's guilt-ridden facade, and Channel's life-altering secret, December 19th delivered drama that keeps us hooked. Salem's residents are pushed to their limits, their stories interlocking in a tapestry of passion and peril. But that's not all. This episode plants seeds for future fireworks. Will Ari heed Kate's advice or defy Gabby and plunge into Demera danger? Can the imprisoned Demeras, bolstered by Peter's rival, escape their subterranean nightmare before Kristen's condition worsens fatally? How long can Gabby maintain her pretense with Philip, and what happens when her secrets spill? And Channel's pregnancy, a joyous miracle turned risky riddle, will it bring her and Johnny closer, or drive a wedge between them? We at TV Days Drama Digest are obsessed with these questions and more. If you've been following along, you know Days of Our Lives never shies away from the bold, the heartbreaking, or the utterly unexpected. That's what we wanted to share with you today. A comprehensive dive into the episode's soul-stirring moments. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe TV Days Drama Digest for more updates on Days of Our Lives.